Welcome in, everybody. This is season 3, race 3, I believe, at the Kentucky Speedway. Trucks are out here practicing. Got about 8 minutes left, and then we'll get this going. Got about 113 laps tonight. Should be a full field. May have to qualify in as well. Looking at about 50 signed up. This track will only hold 43 on the pit stalls, so looking to be an interesting race. As always, joined in with the Bryce Tucker. Not as always, but he will be now. How you doing, Mr. Tucker?
I'm doing well. Excited for this race. Like you said, 43 trucks that's definitely going to make it interesting. And this is an interesting track for tire management. So these guys can keep it green. It's going to be interesting to see how they manage the race and what the strategy is, especially with maybe talk about the fuel strategy on that.
Oh yeah, with our stages tonight being at 34 and 68, we do have word that the fuel window is about 28 laps. So if it stays green, going to be a tall order this early season on this track. 3 and 4 could get you and could get some people door banging each other out there. It could definitely get interesting.
Yeah, and it's a track that lends to kind of pushing because it's pretty easy to stay on throttle through most of the lap. But doing that, you're definitely going to be scrubbing that right front tire. That turn 3 will induce a little bit of understeer if you go in a little too heavy, and then you're chasing the corner from there. But it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out for sure.
I am excited to see it for sure.
If we look at the practice leaderboard right now, we got some pretty tight lap times. I've got a 30:58 for Tyson Banks, and then I got Danny Gross at 10th with a 30:69. So we'll see how qualifying plays out here in about 6 to 10 minutes or so once these guys put their laps down. What do we have? 7 trucks or so fighting for that last spot. We got.
I'm seeing 41, 2, 3, 4, 34, 44 in here right now, I think.
Okay.
So just one. Hope 10 Taylor's been putting in some time again. Don't want him to get the boot again. He was our unlucky guy last time. Who do we have in here? Let's see. Do we have Tyson Banks since he's up there leading? Is he in any type of chat?
We can definitely pull him in here.
Well, we would, but we can't. So he's not in any type of chat. Why don't you go and pull Bobby Grady up in here, ask him a few questions, how he's feeling, since he's pretty much tied for that #1 spot in practice.
Get him in here. Bobby, it's Bryce and Sean up here in the booth. How you doing this evening?
Good, man. How are you?
Not bad. Looks like you got a pretty good lap time there. Not surprised.
Yeah, not bad. Just trying to figure it out.
Well, you think you have it figured out?
Well, I mean, it's putting a doubt down maybe, but saving tires is something totally different.
It comes with the chrome wheels. It's pre-installed. You'll be able to save tires. You'll be all right.
How are we going to push on those qualifying laps, Bobby? Can't really make that mistake, right? Are you going to go for pole, or are you going to try to be safe to be one of the 43 trucks that makes it in the race?
Oh, I think I'll send it like I usually do and see what happens.
Now, is this the first last hot lap? Are you aware? Is this first last hot lap, Bobby, or is it a second lap hot lap?
Well, definitely faster on the second lap if you want to put it out there. I'm not sure what I'm doing there yet.
No, I understand that for sure. Well, hopefully you get a good race and you get to qualify up there pretty good. Ain't no sense laying back just to be safe. You got to push it. You shouldn't be hitting any walls like this. Slow in, fast out, Bobby. Slow in, fast out.
Yes, sir. All right. Sounds good.
All right, later, man. Good luck.
All right,
Bobby, have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Should be able to help save some tires there.
So you got Tyson Banks as one of your favorites. He's new to the league. How's he doing in standings right now?
Well,
the
I
most.
don't think he raced Daytona, and he finished. Well, he was up there. I don't know actually how he finished last week, but he was
He
up there
finished
all
fourth last
race.
week.
Okay, I'm about to say he was
Yep.
up there all race too. He just turned out to be a real. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go out on a whim here.
Last week's winner was Noah Tills. Where's Noah at right now? Let's see what he's.
Got Noah Tills and our points leader right now, Chris Weiger.
Yep.
Trying to see where he's at.
Noah's in here right now in terms of his fast lap is a 30.87, so pretty sure he puts that down in qualifying. He'll be safe.
So in this track, you can full throttle 1 and 2 for the most part, and 3 and 4 is really hard on these tires if you don't hit that corner right. And you have to ease up, if not use your brakes, especially later in a run. But that sliding up that track will definitely eat up your tires here on 3 or 4. So this track is a driver's track. It's definitely going to separate the guys that can drive a smoother line and maybe save some tires in the long run if we have longer runs.
Yeah, and steering wheel input, right? Steering wheel input definitely makes a difference on that tire wear too. Is minimal input on that steering wheel help keep those tires from scrubbing across that track.
Definitely don't want to be sawing that wheel.
Yep.
Seabolt's out there. Anybody else you want to grab?
Let's take a look.
Maybe I'm gonna grab Chris real quick, our points
There you
leader.
go.
Hey, Mr. Chris Weiniger of the 53. How you doing today? You're up in the booth here with Sean and Bryce Tucker.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm doing good.
We're going to pull in our Truck
Points
Series points leader right now.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, it's going good so far this season. And tonight, I'm feeling a little bit better than what I was thinking just a few hours ago. 3 and 4, obviously, still going to be a challenge, but that's what I'm hearing through the chatter from all the drivers. So can't complain about it too much. We're all dealing with the same thing. So just a matter of who gets to figure out the trick about it the quickest.
Well,
Yeah,
you don't
3 and
sound.
4.
Go ahead,
Go
Bryce.
ahead. Sorry, Sean.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, I think 3 and 4 is definitely going to be the difference maker for those that can figure it out and not chew up that right front tire. That be a little patient to get that truck settled in on turn in on 3 and then go from there. That's going to make the difference, especially over a long stint.
Yeah, I think when we get through this first stint, we're definitely going to be able to tell who's able to manage that right front. Because I even went through it a couple of times that I was telling my team, I was like, I think I just lost 10 laps of life in that one turn. So.
Well, it will do that, and I will let you go ahead and get back down in there, and good luck in qualifying. Looks like we have, I think, 46 in here, so just don't be one of the bottom couple, Chris, and good luck to you.
All right. Thank you, guys. Enjoy.
Oh, we will. We definitely will. Watching Matthew Chase take the track right now. He looks to be one of the first ones on.
One of the admin here and does a great job in the booth as well.
He does, doesn't he?
Kind of a natural. I think he knows that too.
Oh, he knows it. I don't think drivers really have an issue about hitting the wall here or anything like that, or really slipping too much. It's really, I don't think nobody's going to screw up really bad to miss their qualify. I just think it's going to be just the slower laps that's going to miss it.
Yeah, looks like Kufel put down a good first lap. 30.86 is pretty solid first lap because that second lap should be your fastest. Chase put down a 31 flat.
Yeah, but let's see. I was hearing it was the first hot lap, but then Bobby was saying second. So kind of curious to see what here Matthew Chase does here as he's coming across the line. And he cuts the oval there. Should have pretty good, decent time there. There he goes, moving to P2. Very nice.
Siebel, Anthony Hall, 30.72. Siebel, 30.78. Chris, 7.9.
Anthony Hall, boy, he has always been a good qualifier, man. He can just never put a race together.
Yeah, I did a 24-hour endurance race with him in GT racing, and he was solid for that 24 hours. Really helped us finish strong, taking a P5 out of 50-some cars, so Anthony knows what he's doing.
There is definitely Mason Connell here. He was he showed life in that one race I did with him with Bryce in it. So we're still trying to get the order here.
Let's see here. Bobby Grady's on track now, and he's done.
Yep, Danny Gross. Keeps wanting to go back to, looks like Danny Gross is done. Chris is done. Chris, P7.
Pretty close lap times. I was thinking that Pole might be a little bit faster than a 30.7 flat, but I think
John Wilder better get out there and get a lap down. Yeah, oh, there he is. He's going right now.
He's probably trying to see what he needs because I think he was a little concerned with having to push too hard and overdo it. Now he knows what he needs.
Let's see what he can do here. I mean, he's a decent driver. He should be finished top 10. It's like Clayton Johnson is. He did not get a good qualified time in. If he did, he'll be one of them out. Brent Escanero. Oh, no, Clayton did put a good time down. It did move him to 34. Sean Wilder went to P28 right there.
Yep, he's gonna. We'll shave a little bit of time off that.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Kind of expected more out of him there.
I don't think he was pushing for a pole, but
looks like Curtis Hedden, Christopher Dyke, and Brent Escanaro are the 3 unlucky drivers that are not going to make the cuts tonight. It's a shame for those guys.
I think we just had someone sneak in the P2. Was that Clayton Johnson?
Oh my, it is. It is. I thought his first lap he jumped up quite a bit, but I was like, okay, well, he might not. I mean, at least he was safe. But I'm kind of Wilder in P29 kind of throw me off a little bit there.
Yeah, I don't think he was pushing for pole. I think he was just trying to be safe and see what he does for strategy. We know he's always got a little different strategy sometimes, depending on the track, on what he wants to do. I know he's caught me off guard before. He's probably caught you off guard with the strategy in a race over the years.
Hindengrass in here. I want to know that because he was lucky number 42. All of our levels okay?
Yeah, let me check. I haven't checked yet.
I'm trying to look up. Oh, Cameron Pendergrass. I'm going to pull him up here real quick. So I want to talk to him because he was just on the bubble. Hey, Cameron. Just Sean and Bryce up here at the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, just wanted to hit you up since it looks like you were a lucky guy in 43rd position, weren't you?
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row.
Is it really?
Yeah, I made it by the skin of my teeth last week and this week.
I did not know that. I'm just said I'm going to see if he's in here. I'm going to try to pull him up there, see how nerve-wracking that was to make that field and just watch all them numbers. And I'm sure you kept pushing down and pushing down.
Yeah, I was nervous because my first qualify lap, it was slick. I had a hard time keeping the truck straight, but
definitely
I was able to dial it in on the second lap and just get barely in.
Right. Well, yeah, well, I would definitely make it worth it, man. And I just wanted to touch base with you, and we'll wish you the best of luck. What were you in? SOG Racing, right?
Yes, SOG Racing.
All right. All right. Good luck to you, man.
Good luck,
Alrighty,
Cameron.
thank y'all.
2 weeks in a
Looks like-
row, boy.
Looks like track temps come down a few degrees. See how that helps out a little bit.
Yeah, let me set the timer here. Okay, just set timer to 10 minutes there. All right, we should have enough time.
Sound is solid on the broadcast from what I could tell.
Okay, good deal. Let me find a good. That's not a good one. Oh, you know what?
We got a Joshua Parker fan and a Justin Nava fan in here and watching the broadcast as well as Pendergrass.
I'm waiting for Nava to pull one out, man. For sure.
Oh, he has the ability. He gave me a run for my money in that Watkins Glen race in the trucks, and fortunately got into a little incident. And he's definitely got the ability. Just a tough crowd to race with here. You got a lot of guys that know what to do.
Oh, for sure. Let's see if I can't get this pulled up this time. Got a little problem with it. Show grid. Grid. I don't know why it doesn't. Why ain't it working? And my. Okay. We'll do that. Because that should still be up no matter what. Gosh darn overlays. Reload. Oh, there they go. Sometimes these overlays, man.
Tyson Banks squeezed in 38th after being solid and practicing.
Really?
Yeah.
That is crazy right there.
More than likely what happened, he probably drove on his fast lap and just didn't get the time he wanted, I'm sure. Sure something happened there.
You want to go through these top 12, and then I'll do the next set if you want to go ahead and start calling them out.
Yeah. Starting on pole, we have the 55 truck of Mason Connell. P2, 13 truck, Clayton Johnson. And then P3, Mr. Anthony Hall. Next to Anthony, we have the 83 truck of Stanley Hill. Row 3, starting P5, Ryan Seabolt. Next to him, P6 is Kyle Rogers. We got Danny Gross starting in 7th. Bobby Grady next to him on 8th. And then starting in 9th, we got Chris Weingar. And P10, we have Justin Nava. Starting P11, Kean Fry. And then P12, Trenton Besgrove.
Yeah, it's a real good. It's a real good qualify for Chris and Bobby and Danny and Justin. A lot of those guys. Last week's winner starting in P13 is Noah Tills. Another good qualifying job for Matthew Chase. He's qualifying a lot better this season, starting P14. Matthew Chase, winner of our first race here at Daytona. Oh no, he didn't win. That was Chris. My bad, Mike. Yours is coming, buddy. Starting P15. Starting in 16th is Kerry Conaway. P17 is Josh Revel. P18 is Dustin Bloodworth. P19 is Justin Shoemate. P20 is KT McCann. I believe he will get issued an EOL for a penalty last week. P21 is Shane Williams. And P22, another one of my picks for this week, is Brandon Dayhoff. Sponsor of our league, DPR. And P23 is Corey Moore. And P24 is Andre Carvalho.
Goes to show you how tight this field is with some of these guys, 23 and 24, and P25 we have Daniel Everly. P26 we have Jace Keller, excuse me. P27 Kenneth Passmore. P28 we got Clark Jarstifer, and then P29 we have Sean Wilder, and P30 Zachary Tyler.
All right, 31st we have Brad Dorr. 32 we have Eli Stack. Aaron Vogt in 33. Christian Wagner, which I believe will end up with a drive-through first lap. 34. John Shields 35. Josh Parker 36. Randy Post in P37. Tyson Banks, that was our fastest in qualifying, is P38. Hopefully he makes his way back up. Mike Presley, P39. Frank Zimmel, P40. Tim Taylor was our only guy that missed the cut last week. Good to see him qualify this week at P41. Thomas Long, P42. Cameron Pendergrass that we just talked to just a little bit ago in 43. The three that, didn't make the cut is Curtis Hedden, Christopher Dyke, and Brent Escanaro. So hopefully we see them back and they can have a good one here. Race info here. We got 113 laps. Stages are at 34 and 68 with 4 additional tire sets and 1 fast repair. Let's see if they're going to extend this 1 lap for some of these EOLs here.
Pretty strong field when you see some of these guys in the middle.
They do not have a
half of the pack.
TV3, but they do have a TV spectate. And a TV tower. All right. Not too bad options, I suppose. Good job on our poll by Mason. Good job. Hopefully you get you a couple points, maybe come away with this win here. A little bit of shuffling around, going around in the back. Nope, we are going.
Pace car is off.
Race 3 of our trucks series about to be underway here in Kentucky. It's going to be a good race, Bryce. Glad to call it with you. It should be very fun.
Yes, sir. You as well. 113 laps.
Everybody's off to a decent start. Mason grabs the lead there.
Yep.
I expect everybody to take it fairly easy these first couple laps, especially on 3 and 4 here. So you see him shuffle around back there. Trying to get position here. Oh, we got a caution already. Like Tyson may have missed the grid start because he was leaving the pits. Other than that, I don't know what that caution would have been on.
Towards the back of the field here.
Yeah, just let me know who it was.
Looks like the 38 of Shane Williams, 48. It looks like Bloodworth was involved in it as well. Dustin Bloodworth.
Oh, I see the smoke going on up there.
Let's see what happened here.
Yep, I got Bloodworth right here.
Yep. Dayoff gets in the back of Bloodworth a little bit, and Bloodworth gets a little loose, and then it kind of just trickles from there.
Yeah, I don't know if Bloodworth came down or maybe Day Off came up. Either way, they try to go over the same real estate there.
Just a little bit of contact, but that's all it takes with cold tires.
Yep, that is it. I assume that was going in 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So it looks like, yep, looks like the 48 got a little bit of that as well.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, the 88 was
there.
able to squeeze by. I mean, he got going again. He might not have. Yeah, he probably. Nobody should have to use a fast repair there, I don't think. Actually, Bloodworth's truck looks really clean for that.
Yeah, he got saved there by the 38 a little bit.
He really did, yeah, because it definitely kept him off the wall there.
Yeah, 38 went into the wall square, kind of saved a lot of damage for everybody.
It looks like, well, the 57's going to be caught a lap down. No, they aren't. They're going to get a wave through, or a wave around. Sorry, Tyson and him, because I think they missed the or I think they missed grid start. So when this pace car goes in here, they'll definitely get to go around here. Well, that's one caution. Now, hopefully these guys are clutching, trying to save here, to definitely try to make the stage, because our field window's 28 and our stage is 34.
34. Yeah, curious to see if anybody. Well, I guess it depends on how caution-free this stays, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's go. I'm gonna hop in the cockpit here. Oh yeah, Chris is clutching. Bobby Grady looks to be clutching. Noah's clutching. Oh yeah, everybody's on save mode. Matthew may have been turning his off. And Mason is too, so yeah. Everybody's just trying to save just everybody they can, because if they get another caution, they probably should be able to make it. If it goes green right now, I don't think you can make it without saving.
Are you clutching in those situations, or are you shutting the ignition off?
Right here, I'm probably clutching just because I know there's going to be another caution. As a driver, I would assume there would be, although it would be better practice to turn it off. You'd save more. But I'm just playing the odds in that case, and I'd probably just be clutching. These guys try to warm up their tires here.
Got Mason in the lead here, and Clayton Johnson. Don't know much about Clayton. Seems like he's got some pace. He's new to the truck series.
Yeah, this is, we had competition last season, when we were in it, but, and I feel like this is a whole nother breed here. I think there's even more competition this season than there was when we were in it. Although we did have 12 different winners, I guess we'll see how much competition there really is at the end. There go again. See if we can't get Anthony Hall maybe up there. The guy we know well.
From Mason. Yep.
He's getting a good jump off them restarts. Back here, watch Dayhoff here.
Dayhoff's got good pace. He's really come on. We talked about that last week. He came on strong towards the end of last year's truck season and doing well in the Gen 6, and he's learned a lot quick.
The last few times I've been at this track, I really never did find the ideal line, whether it's low in 3 and 4, mid, or even high in 3 and 4. But I want to say mid to low was probably the better line in 3 and 4.
Yeah.
But you really have to just slow down your entrance speed. Sorry, I seen somebody hit the wall there.
I ran a few laps, and if you try to stay high on 3 and 4, it just feels like the truck never wants to rotate.
Here's Anthony Hall, always quick. Let's see if he can put a race together fully today, maybe. He was challenging for P2. Looks like Clayton decided to keep that back, so.
Got almost 4 wide here in the middle of the pack.
A lot of trucks coming around, man. This is some good views this has got going on.
Looks like they've kind of got their tires underneath them. Everybody's kind of found a groove. See if they can keep this up here. Really curious to see how well these guys can do as they get the laps, green laps underneath them, because these tires are going to fall off. They don't manage them, that's for sure.
Yeah, I will say, I can't remember where we were, but were we in the ARCA truck? I can't remember, but we were in, Mason had a really good pace, but he did start falling off because of tire wear. So I'm curious right now, being in such a lead. I mean, me personally, but I'm a tire saver. I would start backing off just a little bit, or at least be easier on a corner entry right now because he has, you know, a second gap or so.
Yeah, the advantage he has right now is he's got that clean air. I mean, he's definitely running it pretty hard.
Clean air is king.
He could probably back out a little bit. Well, we'll see how this goes.
Watching Eli stack here. He's right behind Sean Wilder. Looks like for 20th and 21st position here. Taking wherever this thing goes. Now we're looking at Corey Moore in P19. Looks like there's a gaggle of cars right in front of him. By 5 or 6 of them, really tight grouped.
Anthony Hall, it was about 2 full tenths of a second faster than Mason that last lap. Got Clayton staying.
He is gaining. Yep, you're right, because he's 8 tenths down. They were just over a second. So
Clayton's
they are catching.
Staying pretty tight to that bumper of Anthony. Pretty good battle there for P2. Got Seabolt coming up to Gross. Gross obviously has the pace. It's just, can he do it for the whole race and stay clean?
That is key. I think he found himself in mid-pack. Definitely found himself mid-pack last week and got caught up in some stuff for sure.
Something very interesting, Ryan Seabolt in P5. He's on a whole brand new setup. He went from a belt drive P300 or something like that to a nice fancy direct drive, a new wheel and new pedals, and there he is sitting in P5. And it's interesting because anybody who's switched gear knows it takes a little bit of time to get used to that gear.
It does, but that means he is in it for the long haul. So I can count him as a lifer in our league. So go, Ryan. Appreciate having you, man. It was quite the purchase, and yeah, like Bryce said, it'll definitely take you a while to get used to it. But once you do, you're gonna fall in love with it, no problem.
Absolutely. I'm curious now to see how these lap times. You were talking about it earlier there with Mason, and we have.
Yep, there we are
Mr.
already.
Hall is
yep, half a second
down.
now. Yep. He already closed it by half a second in what, 2 laps, maybe 3 laps. So he is coming. Mason is pretty rough on them tire. He always has speed. But that's kind of Anthony's Hall. I mean, I haven't raced with him since season 1 of the trucks, but that was kind of his thing too. He was really fast, but he wasn't the best on saving tires. But we'll see if he's changed his ways.
Yeah, full 1/10 of a second that lap, and it looks like he's closing the gap even more now, down to 2/10 of a second here. He's getting on the bumper there. It's getting pretty close. We might see a battle for first here pretty
as
soon.
Danny Gross goes down to the low. Yeah, Danny Gross, and looks like 48 is a lap down. Jace Keller, how he wound up a lap down.
A little bit newer tires, maybe. Tires a little bit colder.
Yeah, Jace Keller. Yeah, he was a lap down. I don't know what happened to him. He was slow up coming on the backstop, the backstretch. I don't know if he had to pit for something. Got a black flag and had to pit or something. It looks like he's our only one a lap down. As we're watching this battle for first right now. Hopefully Jace Keller gets that lap back because he looks really quick. He's quick enough to pass P3 and P4 there.
Yeah, we got a pretty good race going. It looks like the pack's kind of spread out a little bit, and everybody's got their space to go put some laps down. Now it's a matter of tire saving and fuel management, pit strategy, all that good stuff.
These guys are putting on a show.
Yes, they're doing.
Keep it
doing
going.
well.
Hope a lot of these ARCA guys are watching.
Anthony Hall, did he take the lead?
No, he has not taken the lead yet.
No, he has not.
No, he's actually
Fell
he's
off him there for a second, looking towards the back.
yeah. Mason's kind of pulled away just a little bit, and here comes Chase Keller, a lap down, trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way.
Well, Jace just did a 31.2, and Hall did a 31.7.
Oh, that's a big difference there. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what happened to Jace. All I know is he is at least a lap down. Oh, he's 5 laps down. He must have had some issues. Maybe some PC issues or whatever, and that's really going to hurt him in the standings.
Yeah, he's several laps down. His tires are easily, 4 or 5 laps newer. Tough to say what happened there. But
Well, let's look back at the pack. Let's watch Kerry Conway, and now it's switching to Sean Wilder, Eli Stack, and Justin Nava. All 3 good racers going 3 wide here right along the start-finish.
yeah, we got Sean Wilder. He's in 22nd. He just turned a 31.9, and the leader did a 32.1. Oh, and as we say that, it looks like what's that door?
Kenneth Passmore looks like has crashed. Let me double click if it'll stop moving. There we go. Let's take a look at this. Here we go. Kenneth Passmore here in a 75. If he... It's corner 1, I believe. Let's see.
00 got into him.
No, I think 75 just come down on 00.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I think so. From that view, it sure looks like it. Let me change views.
I think. Oh man, that's tough.
Yeah, 75. Yeah, that's just a racing deal. 75 probably could have went up a little bit more, and 00 could have knew he was out there and just not went up as much. So, again, these guys missing all these wrecks. Take note, everybody.
Yep.
Nobody's ARCA braking. Take map. He didn't even hit the wall. Minimal damage for him. Won't even have to use a fast repair. Very good. Now, with this, was Jace Keller able to get by him, by the way?
I believe he was, but I think he's multiple laps down, so it's curious to see.
I know, but I think
here.
he's the only one a lap down, so he got his lap back the old-fashioned way. Oh, nope. It looks like he's stuck behind the leader right now, and he was going to get another one back, I was hoping. Oh, they did decide to go ahead and pit. That is very important here, because
We got interesting. The 5 truck decided to stay out.
well, he could probably make it. I think these guys are going for some tire changes for stage points, because stage points are king.
Yep, absolutely.
So these guys might be, you get 4 sets of tires, your fuel window's okay, you really have a set to spare. You go in and get tires, you go ahead and get those 10 points, if you get to win the stage. So some of the other guys opt to stay out. Maybe they're hoping to get a few cautions and keep their position, like Bloodworth and Christian Wagner there, and the number 5 with Josh Rebel.
They're going to have about 10 or 11 laps probably once it goes green to the end of the stage, as long as it stays green.
Anthony Hall, Danny Gross, Clayton Johnson, yeah, all those guys behind him haven't even hit yet.
Yeah,
So,
you've got.
So those guys that went in and changed tires are going to have a long way to go.
Curious how many of them took tires versus just taking fuel. You're going to find out pretty quick when it goes green.
Oh, here we are. I can tell you right now. Dustin Bloodworth was in there in lap 3, lap 22. Condo probably took tires. He was in there for 44 seconds. Noah Teals in 12th was in there for 40 seconds. Some of those other guys were in there for 38. The 37s in Gross, Johnson and Seabold, they're 37 seconds. I don't think they could change 4. They may have
I
changed
mean,
2.
if I'm competing for the stage there, I'm taking tires on that because
Definitely.
you've
Do
got
you
extra.
yeah, do you save the set for a late caution at the end? Or do you
I
go
mean,
for the stage now? Or do you save them and go for stage, maybe the second stage? Because it looks like a lot of people decide to maybe go in and get tires, top off on fuel.
yeah, I think you got to at least try to get some stage points by taking a set of tires at, right here at the end of stage 1, or you do it stage 2 and just try to run yourself up to the front. You got an extra set. We're about to go green here, see what happens.
Well, that's another thing they have to be careful of is you're going to have really fast trucks in the middle, really slow trucks with them old set of tires. So you have to be really careful entering corner and exiting before you run into the back of anybody. I'm sure these front guys are hoping for a few cautions and they can finish just like this. We'll get some lap times up here, maybe. Get that ticker up there.
We got Danny Gross here in P3. Oof. 57. Christian
Yeah.
Wagner.
I'm on them now.
Danny Gross got into each other a little bit there, but able to save it, keep it clean. Just knocked Danny off of his pace. Allowed these top 2 trucks to kind of get out by themselves.
You get, woo, look at the speed there on Mason versus Christian there. You can set new tires versus old tires. He is booking. Look how quick, look at the speed he's gaining on these guys. Look at that gap close that quick. Man, he closed that gap on the straightaway. He's gonna get a 2-for-1 right here, just right here in this corner. So good for Mason to go back out there to the lead. Now Dustin and Josh are actually in okay spots. I mean, yeah, still have a lot of laps to hold these guys off with freshies, but
Yeah, Mason did basically a 31 flat, and then Bloodworth did a 31.7. Gives you an idea what new tires will do.
oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah, especially here in Kentucky, which it looks like it is quite overcast, so that is probably a good thing for these guys. It would be a whole different ball game, sunny and hot.
If
But
this stays green, I don't see why Mason won't win this stage.
No.
I mean,
Nope.
nobody's going to close that gap with those fresh tires.
Yeah, that's
Is there
how I
anybody
foresee it.
back in the field a little bit that might have done the same thing? You've got
Maybe Anthony Hall, but he now has such a gap differential. I just don't think he'll be able to catch him in 6 laps, coming to 5 laps now. So
I don't see any blazing lap times. I don't know that.
no, but I'll tell you what. I know if I was Mason, I would lay off right now, though. Save them tires. Maybe you don't have to, because you don't want to go back in and burn another set right away. And that
Right,
could be
and
what he's doing, because Dustin Bloodworth is actually kind of
Bloodworth
catching up into him.
Yeah, he's closing the gap, 1/10 of a second faster that last lap.
That is probably what Mason is doing. I'm sure that's what he's doing. He knows how fast he passed them that he could probably hold them off.
Yeah, and then there's a second gap between second and third.
We have the 33 going in the pits for some reason. I don't know who that was. That was Tim Taylor.
Yeah, didn't see that. Oh, Bloodworth's making a run on the inside here of Mason.
Like Tim Taylor might have had a drive-through for something.
Looks like Bloodworth's going to possibly take first here. Not quite as interesting. It's a heck of a drive by Bloodworth to be able to close that gap. I gotta imagine Mason has the fresher tires.
Oh, he for sure does. I'm sure he's saving his tires there.
Yep. But Dustin's not making
But
it
Dustin
easy
has
on him.
nothing. Yeah, no, Dustin probably has nothing to lose because yeah, I'm pretty sure
he's
he
just
didn't
gonna
change
take him
his
at the end of
tires.
this- Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's just going to drive them till they won't go anymore because he's going to take them at the end of the stage anyways.
So why not push pressure on him, make Mason use up them tires, and it's going to put him kind of in a pickle. He's going to have 7-8 hard race laps on those tires, and kind of, if he doesn't change tires in those pit stops, he'll be falling through the field.
But really a solid job by Dustin to be this far ahead of the third place truck on old tires. I mean,
It really
there's
is.
a
And
decent gap between those first two trucks, but it looks like got the 83 of Stanley Hill just closed the gap pretty good.
no, it is good about this race so far. Ooh, shoemate's going on the inside of Dayhoff here for P13. That little group right there, all the way to Matthew Chase, is in 11th. He needs to catch up to Clayton there. I
Just
don't
shows
think
you
they're
how
going
strong this
to.
field is. You got Brandon Dayhoff in 14th, Danny Grossen right there with them, and
Yep, here comes Stanley Hill, probably on the fresher set of tires. He did. He had a 46-second pit stop, so he most definitely got 4 freshies.
I mean our points leader is in 16th place, and we've got a caution. I did not see what happened.
Well, that will be our stage right there.
Well, that's why it is.
No.
There was-
Oh, yeah. Yep. That is stage. Yep. Sorry. I thought it was 36. Yep. That is right. That is stage. So that was worth it. I didn't think Bloodworth, but those are guys that took tires had to go through so much field. So that was a good call by Dustin. I'm not winning the stage, but still, that's 9 points is a huge amount.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to take some tires here, and a solid run for him. I mean, I just going back to what I was saying, our points leader, I think, finished 16th there. Just showing you how strong this field is, and what a different style of track can do in terms of how it spreads the field out and who's going to place where. And
Well, yeah, our winner of Daytona finished 16th there in the stage. Our winner of last week, Chicagoland, finished 17th there. I mean, we have guys all over the place here. So, of course, it's all about the end of the race. But I'll tell you what I'm excited to see is how clean these guys are driving, especially with that IPL coming next week. So these guys are really starting to take precaution of the IPL review next week. And you know how dreaded that is for most drivers. So
absolutely.
You didn't ever find yourself a part of that, did you?
I did early on. The first IPL list I was on, and I got off right after the review of the second review, however you want to look at it.
As quick as you could, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely.
It is not a fun thing to be on.
Going into this race tonight, it's only the third race of the season, but you've got the 53 truck of Chris Weinger in first place for points, Bobby Grady in second place, Sean Wilder in third place, all veterans to this league, all veterans to this truck.
Yeah, and those guys haven't been up front for very long.
Yep.
Mason came out quick. Yeah, 35-second stop, so he do not think he changed, but there's a lot of guys that didn't change. Now, here's the thing with Bloodworth. He's getting 4. Now he's going to be on the better set of tires as everybody else. Do you see Mason in the chat? If we can, we'll grab him.
Yeah, let's pull Mason in here, and once I figure out what I'm doing, just because
he's down there in volunteer racing. If you'd like me to pull him up, or you got him.
Man, all the way from the bottom.
Yeah, right click on it. Right click and just go move to, and then move it to the booth.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and do that, Sean, just so I don't mess it up this stage of the race.
All right, no problem.
Sorry about that.
99.
Hey, Mason. Hey, Mason.
Fellas.
Hey, what's up, man? You're up here with Sean and Bryce Tucker in a booth. Congratulations on stage 1 win there.
All right, thank you.
It's
very fun.
Did you take tires there on that caution around lap 21 or 22, whatever it was?
I did, and then I took the lead and decided to save them. Stage.
That's what we thought.
That pit right there.
Yeah,
that's what we thought.
Yeah, because that's about exactly what I would have done. Because blew by second and third place, and then second caught up, and I said he's definitely got to be saving his tires. That's definitely the smart move because you know you're not going to take tires on this pit stop. Did you just gas and go right here?
Maybe that depends. That depends. I gotta see what everybody else has got. So, I've never been to this track. This is actually my first time on the track. I'm surprised I qualified first, but here I am.
Well, I wouldn't guess
did
that
a great
you.
job.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't picked you up there either if since you first time on the track. It's a fun track. It's a tricky track. It'll definitely eat up some tires if you're not smooth and careful. So, hopefully we'll get to talk to you here maybe at the next stage, man.
Yep.
Hopefully, I'm rooting for it.
Well, I am too. All right, we'll get you back down here in your race
Great
team,
job,
buddy.
Mason. Good luck, bud.
All right, thank you, Ben.
Looks like we're having a little bit of trouble with these guys lining up here. They're falling off and not tightening up on this pace lap here. It's going to happen, I think, when you got 40 plus trucks. What's going on at the back of the field here?
Well, we
It's
are
just
going.
kinda line.
Well, we're going. Pace car is in. We are not going. Nope, we are going. There he is. I thought he extended it for a minute. He just went late in the restart zone. Mason taking the lead again. There we go. Tyson Banks worked himself up to P2 now.
Yeah, he was fast in practice. Something happened on qualifying, but here he is up to P2. He's definitely got some pace.
Definitely. I don't know how he ended up in that. I mean, I know he's quick. He jumped up like 18 spots because he didn't make week 1, made week 2.
We got Daniel Everly in third, about 0.4 of a second behind Banks. And we got the flag is out.
Caution is out. Let's see. Tim Taylor pits. I do not see an incident. I don't really see anybody falling off either. Go to the back of the field here. Let's see. Not seeing anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Well, that caution there and coming out a little bit later, they might be able to actually have a little bit of fuel now to make this next stage. So now you're only looking at 20. Now you're looking at 28. So now we're really close. Yeah, I didn't see anything. Maybe we'll get the. Let's get old Matthew Chase up here. See how he's feeling. Hey, Mr. Matthew Chase, number 71. You're up here with Sean and Bryce Tucker in the booth. How you doing?
Oh, you know, we're making do back here in the mid pack, or top end of the mid pack anyway.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty strong field. Of all of our seasoned guys are cruising around in mid pack. So, are you just being cautious? Is this track, are you still learning the track, or are you just not comfortable with it, or you just don't have the pace?
Oh, I've got the pace. I'm just trying to save stuff, basically, and make sure I've got enough for the end of that run. And I feel like if we hadn't gotten that caution, that green, if we'd gone green all the way from the start to the end of the first stage, I think I would have had a chance at a top 5 potentially. But
okay,
right now we're sitting in 13th. Not too bad right now. We'll see how we can get going.
Definitely not bad with 43 cars in the field. Go ahead, Bryce.
Yeah. Are you on fresh tires? Did you take tires there at the end of that stage, Matthew?
Yeah, I think you kind of have to. The way we played the first stage was, I think we had some differing strategies on the team, and a couple people took 2.
Yep.
And so now we're sitting in a spot where we're on fresh tires. We got to be aware of the greasiness of the tires because of the cold temps right away. And then once we get them heated up, I want to try to save them again, and either I'm not sure what I'm going to do when we get to the pit stop here in the second
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah, those stage
Yep.
points, like, yeah, those stage points are important. And a lot of people took tires. Some people couldn't work their way back up through the field with the fresh tires, and some people benefited quite a bit with those fresh tires. So, but now they're on 8, 9 race lap old tires. Do you know what brought out this caution? I couldn't find anything.
No, I'm not sure. I didn't see it. It wasn't in front of me, so
Okay.
whatever it was behind me.
All right. Well, hey, hopefully that's where it stays, right?
Exactly. We don't want to have them in front of. We don't want to play dodge them. We did enough of that last week and the week before. We don't want to do that here again in Kentucky. So.
No,
Well,
hey,
you set yourself up well. That's for sure. You're in 13th. Track temps will come down. You got an extra set of tires. And sorry to interrupt you there, Sean.
how did you finish your last 2 races?
8th in the last one, and I think 8th in the one before that too. So I'm in a good position right now as far. Oh no, 22nd in Daytona. That's right. I ran out of fuel on the last lap.
Okay.
But we
All
were in the top 5 the whole time there. So we'll see how it goes.
All right. We'll just improve every week, man. Hopefully you get up there and get you a top 5 this week, Maddie.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Good luck, Matthew. And Mr. Chase is 8th in the point standings currently through 2 races.
Yes.
Finds
Yes.
himself sitting up in a good spot here to make a run in stage 2. Looks like track temps have come down significantly from practice, qualifying, start of the race to where we are now, and these guys are going to get ready to go green here. See what kind of jump Mason gets. And he gets a really good jump. Banks is getting a run. Daniel looks like he has a good run on Banks. I think Tyson missed the start there a little bit and allowed Daniel to take the second place here. Bobby Grady battling now for third. Oh, Bobby throwing it down in there, looking to take P2. And I think I might be up in the booth by myself here for a second, or Sean's doing something else, but got a battle going on for P2 here, 3 wide. Oh.
Oh, no,
Sean
I'm
Wilder
here.
got- we got a lot going on. Mason's back there, or Mason's
Oh,
up here
look at
just
that.
running by
4,
himself.
almost
There's a lot
5 wide
going-
back there. Bobby's trying to block 8 different cars, I think.
Yeah, we got a lot going on there.
Oh, yeah, we got some good racing. Just
Allowing Mason to
positioning
kinda
back.
just pull away as well.
Bunch of racing going on back there. Bunch of good, hard racing, but respectful. Very good, guys.
Now they've kind of put themselves in a single file order a little bit there. Got the 53 truck. Weingar making some moves here. It's up to 11th. Got the inside. And he
Just clears
Jumping in.
Mike Presley there.
yep. Looks like Bobby's battling. Got a battle up there for
Now,
P2 again.
fortunately, Chris wasn't able to get into any stage points. So we'll see how this race finishes. But if he continues not to get stage points in stage 2 and finishes mediocre, I think his points lead might be in jeopardy.
Yep, we got Bobby just cleared Daniel and Clayton for P2. Running a pretty good lap time. See if he can maintain this pace. It's not going to take much if we stay green to wear those tires out. He's been battling pretty hard to start this second stage, and he's putting it down in there low pretty hard. We'll see what he can do here. Mason is on possibly
yeah.
a little bit older
Yep.
tires.
Yep, they're definitely on a little bit older tires. He is, but I think Bobby through this last season, I feel like he's been doing a lot better at saving some tires. So right now he tried to make that pass. I would wait. I would wait a little bit.
He's just throwing it down pretty hard there. It looks like he's going to take the lead on Mason.
Until you feel like you can really get it, because you don't want to go side by side, but apparently that was a move right there, and it worked great for him there. Go ahead and get that lead and get that clean air.
He was 0.2. He was a quarter of a second faster than Mason on that last lap. We know Mason is on a little bit older tires, and he's probably trying to save.
He was a half a second, tenth and a half. And then, yeah, 0.2 on that last one. Yeah, he was just gaining every single lap. So he should start getting some distance. Hopefully it goes green, because I think they're going to be right at the limit if it goes green.
Yeah, going back to Bobby, I mean, he's definitely found some consistency lately. The last month or so has been pretty good for him within the HVRL league racing. And looking at his I rating, he's definitely brought that up a little bit through some official racing. So
we're in a dashboard here with a Dayhoff.
Clayton Johnson, yeah, Dayhoff solid. Clayton Johnson just passed Mason for that P2 spot. They're battling pretty hard.
You can hear the throttle control. He's able to get out of it, then get back in it, get a good run here. We're switching to Ryan Seabolt. Now we'll see this, how much they have to really slow up in 3 and 4. Gotta really let out. It's only doing 150 through this corner here.
Yeah, those tires start to fall off. Seabolt on that new setup, probably feeling everything in the track compared to that old belt driven. Now he's got that nice fancy direct drive.
Yeah, it's a big difference there. I mean, the lowest he's got to is 166 in corner 1 and 2, Ryan Seabolt. Then he's slowing all the way down to, let's see. Yeah, right at 150, 151 is where corner 3 and 4. So definitely a speed difference there. Definitely 2 totally different corners.
And it looks like Clayton Johnson has passed Bobby Grady for the lead. I don't know what happened, but Bobby turned a 31.9. Clayton's at a 31.68 on the last lap. Right about the same lap time as what Mason's turning, and some of these other guys. Clayton just put down a extremely fast lap compared to the field that last one.
He did, and he did it again. Almost, yeah, 0.2 quicker there.
He's either got something figured out, or he's just running a little bit harder than everybody else.
55 and the 1 of Mason and Bobby are kind of staying by each other. Then there's Stan the Hill coming up to, well, he was. He's decided to go ahead and fall in behind Mason there. Keep clicking the most exciting. It keeps wanting me to show Brandon Dayoff, so I guess we'll just watch him for a little bit.
Well, he's a pretty exciting driver, that's for sure. He will race next to somebody, and he will do it pretty cleanly. He has learned how to do that at a rapid pace, and him and I had a really good finish last weekend in the Gen 6. He was on a little fresher tire than me, and we raced door to door, and he definitely knows what he's doing in traffic. He's done a pretty good job.
He has come a long way since the beginning. I mean, you could see his improvement almost every week.
Absolutely. You can see the guys he's around right here. You've got Seabolt right in front of him. Noah Tills, last week's winner. Justin Nava, I mean, 53 truck. These guys are doing a really good job at racing their line and giving each other space. Got some good pace out here. see those tires starting to wear. Those lap times are falling off pretty quick. We're running those 32s, low 32s now. Top three have kind of shuffled around a little bit. Bobby Grady's falling back to fourth. Got Mason's in third, Stanley's in second. Clayton's out there running by himself. 1.3 second gap. We got a caution. Sean, did you see that, sir?
We did not. Let me see who it is. It is Brad Dorr has crashed. Oh, looks like he's in the 88 of, I'm sorry, I got to learn these names.
Clark.
Oh, that's Clark Jarsfer. Okay, let's see here. So they're coming through the start-finish line here. Looks like Dorr's kind of on the yellow,
Down
a
on
little
the
bit below.
apron.
Yeah, a little bit below.
Oh, he just comes up. He got off that apron and it just kind of shot him up.
Yep, definitely. That's definitely what it looks like. That's going to be a hard hit, and the 23 is just innocent bystander in that deal. Oh, what a ride for Brad Dorr up on the safer barrier on his side.
Yeah, he that's the challenge of getting on that apron and then coming up. It just shot him right up the track. And
he is not gonna. I bet that's a sight for some of them drivers to see.
Yeah, well, and
oh, he's gonna have to tow too. It wouldn't tip back over. I'll tell you what. That will probably be stage as well. Oh no, it won't. It's 68, isn't it?
Yep. And now we got to see someone's going to be taking tires. There's going to be some
Yeah, but
strategy
there's
here
almost
to shoot for this.
Not a lot of laps left for that. I'm gonna go in car Brad Doors, who gets turned around and rides a safety barrier here. Hello there, 23. That's yep, that's definitely a ride. You would think as soon as you hit that apron, you would have you would tip over, but unfortunately for him, that did not happen like that. I'm getting a lot of other crashes right now.
I gotta imagine, Sean. I know it's late in the stage. Someone's gonna take tires here because they've got that extra set essentially, and someone's gonna finish well in this stage. We got 68 stage. We're at 61 now.
Okay, yeah. So should have about a 6-lap shootout here. We go green, maybe a 5 here. Oh yeah.
If I've got that extra set of tires, I'm taking them here to try to go win this stage. It's tough to beat 10 stage points, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, stage points. I mean, with this large of a field, at least those stage points kind of even out a little bit. When you're in like a 20 or 30 car field, well, you could finish 20th, no big deal. That's only, but if you get 8th or first and second in each stage, then it's finished 20th. But now you're 43 cars, man.
Yeah, you got a couple of guys here in P1 and P2 that aren't towards the top of the leaderboards for season standings, but then you got Bobby Grady, who's in third, who is towards the top of the point standing. So just curious to see how these guys will finish this off here. And have what, about 5 or 6 laps to stage if they stay green?
Yes, should be. Yeah, so we're getting to 63, so it should be. Yeah, yep, it'll hit 63 when we go here. So we'll have 5 laps.
I don't believe my overlay updated. Do you see these guys pitted and took tires?
I do. Up? I have my race labs open. I also could probably hit the. Oh, I need to add that down there. But there is a pit stint link. So a lot of these, I know the top 8 are on 26 lap stint, so they didn't go in. So let me go down here.
pace car ducking off. We're getting ready to go green here. Clayton's got the command here. See how he takes off, and he gets a good jump. Bobby Grady. Ooh, Bobby got a really good jump. Zachary Tyler right behind him.
Yeah, we're looking at, it looks like lap 36, nobody at the top 12 pitted. So I know that. 5 laps is real hard to come back by. If they decide to go in and take tires now, they can maybe get to the top 10, but they definitely ain't walking away with this stage win. It's just too many cars to pass in 5 laps.
Right. We got Matthew Chase battling Stanley Johnson here for 4th place. Stanley did not have a great start. I wonder what happened there. Chase easily around him for the 4th spot. Anthony Hall going to be battling to pass Stanley as well. Stanley's under a lot of pressure. He was, I think, P3 or 4.
Yeah, it looks like Corey Moore and Anthony Hall are and Chris Weiniger and Danny Gross are all chasing Stanley Hill down.
Yep.
As we got Bobby trying to work his way around the number 13 of Clayton Johnson here.
Yep. Zachary Tyler behind Bobby. Zach's got some pace as well.
Matthew Chase will be very happy to walk away with 4th in the stage here if he can hold it off. Looks like he should be able to. So here we go, 2 to stage.
Bobby running down on that apron. Clayton had a really good lap when he needed it. See what Bobby does here.
Definitely a playoff point will definitely pay off here if Bobby can pull it out.
They got a lap truck up in front of him that's almost into the wall here. Bobby's on his bumper.
Yeah, Bobby's going to slide up a little bit, probably scrub a little bit of speed.
Hopefully this lap truck can stay out of the way, Tim. Yep, this is a good job. Bobby's got some pace here. He's going to try to take the high here.
Yeah, let's see if he can pick that high end around here. Try and get some exit speed coming off. If he can get a run on him here. But now what's he going to do going in 3 and 4?
This is the tricky corner. You don't get a good turn in. You're chasing that corner all the way through.
Bobby's got to run. Bobby's got to run. But 13. Oh, Bobby got it. Bobby Grady, winner stage 2. Good race there. Clayton and Bobby. Yeah. Matthew Chase looks like he got in 3rd.
Yeah.
Zachary Tyler 4th. Stanley Hill 5th. I think Corey Moore, there's a little shuffling around. I think Corey Moore got 5th. Danny Gross 6th. Anthony Hall, Chris Weiniger, and KT has worked his way up now. Now we got another player.
A little biased commentary there for me with Bobby. He's the reason why I'm in HVRL, so I'll admit to that.
Dang it, Bobby.
Yeah, he's probably one of my race favorites every weekend.
Well, now I know who to take it out on. That's the only reason I lost Kansas Road. I am sad we won't get to see Kansas Road on the schedule for trucks. But we do have interesting road courses coming up, but you will have to check out here in, I think, 2 weeks. We'll have the ARCAs there at Kansas Road.
It's a really good road course for this discipline. It's, it got some corners to it that really lend to important braking in a straight line. It's fun. It's a fun track.
It was fun. I had a
really
blast.
well in there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the ARCA car, I took it out and did some laps, and I ran almost the exact same times in the ARCA car as I was running in the trucks. So they're pretty similar on that track.
Yeah, I might have to run a few laps just to get an idea how in that ARCA car to see how it goes around that track and see how the field does. I put some practice in on that Kansas road course. That was race 4 for me in HVRL, and I just started my oval career when I jumped in with you guys on that Daytona race and had no idea what I was doing, and was doing okay, I guess, but I knew that I needed to put some practices on Kansas so I could finish well, and it definitely helped my season out.
See these guys. Somebody's about to beat Bobby out. Let's see who that is. That's beating Bobby out.
Close. Yeah.
Yep, it looks like Matthew Chase probably beat Bobby out. I'm looking, but go ahead and grab our stage 2 winner, Bobby Grady, up in the booth.
Pull him up here. Bobby, congratulations. You're up here in the booth here with Sean and myself, and that was a great passer on the last lap to take the stage. How you feeling?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Well, he was definitely taking my line away, so I thought I'd try something new. Went high and was able to get momentum around him, and yeah, that's good to win the stage.
Yeah, great job. It was a great pass. What do you got for him, Sean?
Oh, nothing. I was excited for you to make that pass. It looks like y'all were doing some real good racing there. I didn't know if you were going to have that speed once you decided to take that high line in 1 and 2. Then you were kind of forced to do it in 3 and 4. So it was good to get you were able to get a lot of exit speed off there. How exciting is that to go ahead and get a stage win? I mean, that was your first stage win, I believe. That'll be a playoff point for you, and definitely 10 points to the season. As our leader, our points leader is back in P14, so maybe you can make up some ground on him.
Yeah, it was exciting. I had to back off. I got the lead there, and the fuel was getting real close, so I started backing off, saving fuel, and luckily the yellow came out, and I didn't have to worry about it no more. So, yeah, so excited to get the win, and appreciate what you guys do up there.
You're gonna have a little over 40 laps left. You got how many sets of tires left, Bobby?
I got 2.
2. Okay.
Well, that definitely could be some strategy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sean.
Oh no, that could just be some strategy in late game. If there's y'all are doing a great job out there. I mean, minimal contact out there. Even the yellows that have happened has been great. So y'all are doing awesome. Keep it up, Bobby.
Thank you, guys.
I'll get him down there for you. Like a Tyson Banks plus 36 spots though.
Yeah.
Of course, he missed the
well,
grid, but
he, you know, he was fast in practice. These guys are getting ready to go green. You got Daniel in control of the restart here. We'll see how Tyson does with his follow-up.
well, they're on 9-lap old tires probably. The top 4 last pitted on 61, so definitely got a good jump there. So Bobby should pass these 4, so he's looking at probably a net 3rd or 4th. You got Matthew Chase beat him out though, so Matthew Chase is the first one out there that's on new set. It's showing already as he's going to the inside to pass a couple of these guys.
Yeah, he's got it down tight there on that.
Just be easy with it, Matt. Be easy with it, Matt.
We've got a caution.
Oh, a little skip. It looks like Kean Fry, Kenneth Passmore. Go back to Kean Fry here, see what happened. Watching him in the 14 over there up against the wall. The blue and white truck. Looks like there's some banging going on in front of him with Seabolt and maybe Dustin Bloodworth. Looks like Randy Post. Yeah, I don't know if you got it. I have to get a better angle of that, but it looks like he got in the back of him. Oh, collected Brandon Dayhoff with in it too.
Yeah, let's see here.
Oh, and then there, boy, that's a lot of good names there. Noah Till's got it a little bit. Then she's gonna start blinking on me. A lot going on. Yeah, I'm curious on what happened with Kean and Post there. The 54 Post, we'll get a far shot of that. There is Seabolt. Randy Post.
Yeah, he just came in a little hot. He looks like he had the momentum. It's tough to say what happened there. Can you go maybe cockpit cam with post?
I don't. Yeah, I mean it. I mean he just got into the back of him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep. He did.
I don't.
Poor day off. Got the
Yeah.
wrong end of that. Just wrong place, wrong time.
Here we go. Cockpit view. Here we go. There's a little checkup. He got back on it. Then he just, yeah. Well, minimal damage for him. He was able to make it through. Some of those guys got quite a bit of damage, but luckily, I think most people, everybody's got their fast repairs. So now
Well,
our fuel
they've got a
window is going to be about 80, 85, 87. If there's caution around 85 to 87, you'll see everybody pit, because then they'll be in their fuel window there with about, that should be about 28 laps left, right? If my math is hard.
Yeah, especially if we went to public school.
Yes,
Definitely challenging.
yes.
So they've got
Yeah, 85 would be your 28 lap window, would be lap
they've got
85.
they've about 38, 39 laps left now. Tires aren't going to be an issue. It's just a matter of when you take them. If they stay green, they've done a pretty good job of staying green tonight. They haven't had too many major incidents. We've had a few cautions, but it's been some pretty good racing. Can they stay green for the remainder 35 to 38 laps once the pace car ducks in? We pulled Matthew Chase into the booth earlier. He was sitting P13 and he's up on the front row now. He was pretty confident in his chances tonight. And
Oh, he is, and yeah, he's definitely going to get the lead in about a lap here. The next guy on good set of tires is Zachary Tyler, back in P5 or 6 there.
you know, and Sean Wilder, who started somewhere in the middle of the pack, has worked his way up into the top 10.
Same with KT, starting with the EOL. You have Mike Ufel that, I mean, you know, he don't know how much he can dedicate this season, but he's just still trying to stay around in the chase since he had so many points at Daytona. He was able to stay in like P5 after missing the second week.
Yeah, he loves those super speedways.
He does love those. As here we go.
Yeah, 66 gets a good jump, as they should, if they've got the ability to control the restart. Shane Williams, we haven't talked about him tonight, but he was pretty fast last week, and if I remember right, he's battled his way up. Ooh, Shane got real close to the back of the bumper there. Too wide.
Yeah, I'm surprised Matt lost a little bit of time. Whenever he's taking it easy that first lap, I'm sure he'll start clawing back here, being on fresher tires.
Yeah, he's got an advantage with those tires for sure. Those top three guys now, and Everly, Williams, and Banks, are on a little bit older tires. They're still pretty good, but it's going to be a noticeable difference here with Chase's tire.
Got the sun's peeking through on 3 and 4, it looks like, or 1 and 2, was it?
5:38 p.m. local track time. 73% humidity, 68 degrees, and 78-degree track temp.
Yeah, that's
perfect driving conditions.
Yeah, that sun's out on 1 and 2 in the backstretch for sure.
Got a little bit of wind, about a 12 to 13 mile an hour wind. That stuff does make a difference.
Oh, it does. Yep. It looks like it's a little cloudy still in 3 and 4, but that's going to start changing this race a little bit. That sun stays out. That cloud cover don't come back over.
Yeah, Shane Williams battled himself up to the lead here. Tyson Banks, who was fast in practice, has found himself up towards the front a couple different times. I think Mr. Chase is just kind of hanging out. We got a caution. We we've got a caution, and we're going to have
Or Frank
about
Zimmel.
33 laps. Mr. Zimmel. We haven't talked about Zimmel tonight.
We have not. We have not. Frank Zimmel here in number 11. Behind Eli Stack here. See what happens. Oh, it looks like he's just got loose on his own there.
He
Then
had a little, looks like he had a little bit of damage on that rear bumper already. Zimmel did.
is that what it is?
A little bit on the rear. He comes down.
Yeah, there wasn't nothing Eli could do. He just got loose and
Yeah, you got.
oh, look at the 22. Good movement. Man, these guys are dodging these wrecks so well. So well. Unfortunately, you know, that hit 2 or 3 of them. Kean Fry got a little bit more damage there. From earlier as well. Hopefully he didn't use up his fast repair.
Zimmel hits the wall hard there. He already had a little bit of damage on that rear bumper.
Well, hopefully he has the fast repair left. Man, this is above and beyond what I thought Kentucky could have been if it turned out to be really bad. I think a lot of guys got practice in this week. They're racing great. All these incidents, it's only been like a 2 or 3 car at the most incident. So everybody's really worried about that IPL. So it's looking good. Hopefully a lot of people won't be on it, but once 1 or 2 weeks.
Well, and it shows you, I mean, you've got a level of, this is a step up from the rookie series. The rookie series, you expect there to be a little bit more chaos, especially early in the season. It's going to happen when you have a lot of vehicles. I mean, the fact that these guys are able to do this with 40 plus trucks on the track is really a testament to, like you said, the work they put in, and they've actually had a really solid race. Incidents are going to happen. Unfortunately, Zimmel got a little loose there, and not much everybody else could do behind him. It just happens so quick sometimes.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who are laps down. It looks like Aaron Vogt, Jace Keller, and Tim Taylor. Try to see who's going to end up getting a lucky dog. I'm going to bring Ryan Seabolt up in here real quick. He's with Holy Bible Racing. Hey, Mr. Seabolt, you're up in the booth here with Sean and Mr. Tucker. How you doing so far, man?
Doing pretty good. I mean, drop back a little bit, but I think I'll, be in it in the end. So that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, you have been running pretty well up front. Are you liking the old Tucker's been telling me about the whole new setup you got? Are you getting used to it yet?
Oh yeah, I mean, it was night and day difference from the last setup I had. So it's definitely helped a lot more feel now. I feel like I can race a little bit more clean and manage tires a little bit better now. So
It'll get better and better each week until you. I'm sure it'll take a few weeks to get used to it. So, Bryce, you have anything before we gotta let him go?
Yeah, I mean, just looking to see what you can do here towards the end of the race. How many sets of tires you got left, Ryan?
I still got 2 sets left.
Oh, you got plenty. Yeah, definitely want to take a set here towards the end of the race. You get another pit stop and see what you can do. You're up there towards the front and 27th here, right in the kind of the middle of the pack. Good luck. Stay clean. Go race hard and have fun, bud.
All right, thanks, fellas.
All right, Ryan Seabolt, the number 08. He did drop down there. He was like in P27. Yep, P27, I believe it was.
Yeah, he's in P27. He was up in the top 10 there for a while early on in the race. Easy to get shuffled around with this many trucks, and you got guys that are this close in terms of the ability and pace. And looks like we've got the pace car ducking off here. Shane's got control. Had pretty good pace last week. I don't remember where he finished, but I remember he was up towards the front. He gets a good start here. Daniel's been up towards the front here pretty consistently lately too. You got Tyson, who clearly had some good pace tonight. Don't look now, Zachary Tyler in the 29. All of a sudden finding his way up top 3.
There's probably back there and about P8, it looks like. So Look at him start to make his move up. It looks like we still have 40 on the lead lap.
That's really impressive.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Guys are doing a great job, man.
Tyson able to get the move there on Shane. These two are battling pretty hard. I don't know that there's anything more fun than door-to-door racing on an oval.
As long as it don't last but
driving
a lap, then
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. It gets pretty stressful if
Yeah.
you drag that out.
You start dragging that in, and not only that, it allows the field to come back to you. You don't want to do that too long, but it definitely is fun.
It does. And it looked like Shane Williams is one of those drivers that are on about 9-lap older tires. Same with Everly as well.
Yeah,
And
you can
Josh
see-
Revel. Everybody else in the top 12 is on newer tires.
Yeah, you could see how easily Zach was able to get around him there.
Make our way through the field. Looking at Corey
You got
Moore
Danny-
right now. And
Yeah, and you got Danny Gross and Matthew Chase were door to door.
taking a watch at Chris there. He's worked his way up to P11. It looks like he's staying about right there through most of the race, right about that area. And Sean Wilder has slowly worked his way up to P12, up 17 spots now.
Not surprised with his ability to put a race together, even if he started more towards the middle back half. Talking to him before the race, that was his plan for sure. He just wanted to kind of let the race come to him. I think that's the one thing you learn about oval racing is the reality is not every track suits your driving style. Sometimes you just don't figure that track out right away and just sit back and say, you know what, I'm going to let this race come to me and try to race patient and see what happens. Sometimes you have to do that.
You're 100% right at that. There's plenty of tracks where I just felt like this isn't it. But sometimes you get 50, maybe a stage or two in, and everything starts clicking. That's kind of how it was for me at Dover. I wasn't feeling confident going in, and it just seems kind of after that first stage, I was on the line. I was on the right line. Everything started clicking.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what you have to do. I mean, there's certain tracks, obviously, the ones that you're comfortable with, and you're like, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try to put this thing on pole. And then there's others, you're like, I'm just going to let this race come to me. And it's always interesting to see how these things play out and how guys do. And we're seeing it right now with Mr. Wilder working his way up to the 11th spot now. He got his teammate right on his bumper in the 53 truck, who's our points leader for the season, as Mr. Banks is trying to check out from the field in P1.
He's definitely starting to get a little bit of a gap, but Zachary Tyler's trying to keep him close with it. And here's Danny Gross challenging for P2, and it looks like he got it. And it looks like Zachary Tyler, I don't know if those two may have bumped doors a little bit, but it looks like he lost 2 spots as Shane Williams has disappeared. There he is in P3. And Bobby Grady has worked his way up to P5 with Matthew Chase in P6.
There's one thing I know about Bobby Grady. There's not a race line he can't make work. Obviously, I know Bobby as well as any driver in here. The only thing I will criticize Bobby for is he can overdrive a truck something fierce. So
he does
we'll see what he can do here.
Well, y'all two definitely have that in common, huh?
Yeah, we both do that very well. There's not a line he can't race, though. We saw that, how he won stage 2. He said his line was taken away, yet he was still able to make the pass. And we'll see how he's able to manage these last 21 laps or so.
Well, that's what we got to do. I think Zachary Tyler was pushing a little bit too hard because now he's fallen all the way back to P5.
Yeah, and Danny Gross is about 0.2 of a second lap faster than Tyson last lap, and he's making a run down on the inside here. It looks like Tyson's pushing up a little bit, maybe not getting the traction from those tires he's expecting. Danny's passed him for the lead. It's going to be close.
It looked like Danny Gross did get it there.
Danny definitely has the pace. We know that. Tyson's got his work, and we got a yellow. I did not see what happened. Good, sir.
Well, let's see here.
What truck number you got,
It
Sean?
looks like Cameron Pendergrass has crashed. Not sure what number that is.
He is truck number
25. Yes, 25. Let's see, is there in the back here just a group of 4 of them? Let's see, I'm going to guess he came up a little bit. Oh, maybe the 81. Oh, may have come down. I'm not going to be able to see it. You're going to tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it myself. And did he disconnect? No.
I'm
How
having
come-
a lot of Oh, no, it was Josh Revel up before that. He's already spun. So let me find Revel here. Let me rewind that. Should be able to see that.
Sometimes this is a challenge with this many trucks on track, and
Okay, it
catch
looks like
up.
Dustin Bloodworth, Chris Weiniger, and Josh Revel all by each other. And he tries to get on that apron there, and I think, oh, Dustin Bloodworth went down to, I think, because Chris came up a little bit, and he kind of doored Josh Revel on the 5.
That's exactly what happened. Dustin
Which-
had a little bit of a run on Chris. He didn't want to give up that pace, but I don't think he knew the 5 truck was coming up on him like that as well.
No, I don't think he did. Unfortunately, with that collected a lot of people with, and here you go with 19 to go, as everybody's going to go ahead and come in the pits now.
That's the challenge when you have 4 trucks that close to each other in about 3 different lines. It can happen really fast, as you know.
Yes. And that was 2 of my picks, was Danny Gross and Wilder, or Danny Gross and Tyson. So I'll finish strong if these guys finish 1 and 2.
Yeah, look at that. KT's battled his way up. Not surprised.
No,
still
he
wait.
is fast. He just gets himself in the tight spots. Sometimes he just pushes a little too hard, and a lot of times he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So we're definitely starting to see some more of our seasoned guys gravitate towards the top now.
Yeah, for sure. Mr. Chase is still in 7th,
But still a good mixture of still unknown guys to. We already know Banks is fast, and we know Shane Williams is quick, and Everly has shown to be quick, and Johnson has shown to be quick as well, with a mixture. And there's like 5 of them. So, yeah, I think it's a real good mixture of our returning guys with some new guys all up there. So.
yeah, and Mason, who's been pretty quick, he was up towards the front at the beginning of this race. He's back in 16th. He's a newcomer to this league. Kind of curious to see how he's able to finish this race out. He had some pace as the race started for sure.
Oh yeah, Seabolt moved up to 23rd, so he's slowly moving his way up. Dayhoff is in 29th. He keeps getting, I think, caught up. I think that was twice he got caught up. And Noah Teal's got a little bit of that last incident too, and I know he got it earlier as well. So I don't know if he used up his fast repair yet or not. So
we got
you know,
Danny Gross. Yeah, we got Danny Gross is in the lead right now. He could definitely finish the race. In first,
everybody pitted. Everybody pitted. Everybody took their 4 tires. So we're on the even playing field right now. Now, if a caution, that should be it. Even if a caution comes out in 10 laps, I don't think anybody's going to chance it to go in and pit, even if they have another set sitting in there.
Just to give you an idea what a race could do for you, Danny Gross is in 18th place right now coming into race 3. If he finishes first here, that's really going to help him in the standings this early in the season.
Well, not only that, it's going to punch his ticket to the playoffs.
Yep, that as well. He got
Which
a great start.
Yeah, which will be a darn good competitor in the playoffs when we already have Bobby up there and Chris. Yep. So
Bobby's found his way up to P2. He's going to have.
You have to try to conserve here, but also not let Gross get too far away where it's so.
Bobby's going to get sandwiched here. He's got a truck on either side of him. Oh, that's tough being in the middle. Sometimes you just got to let out and just try to get it back.
Yep.
But
Yep.
KT's got to run. KT's not going to let him off the hook. You know that. Bobby's up again is going to probably fall back, and we got a yellow flag.
Oh, and there it is, right back there. Looks like a Mason.
Caught it?
Just caught it. It looked like who's that? Seabolt, Mike Presley. It looks like I seen him sideways in the back there. Looks like Andre Cameron Pendergrass again. Let's just see what happened.
Andre
Oh, it happened with Dustin Bloodworth. It looks like.
Bloodworth's had a rough night tonight.
And he has. He's been in almost everything, but he's been getting minimal damage. But now this one looks like he's in it with Mason. Let me see, and maybe Wilder as well. As they're kind of going three wide. I can't tell if Wilder comes down or Bloodworth comes up just a little bit, but they are flirting with three wide right there. Get a far chase camera here view.
Oh, you just get nudge. Yeah, it just looks like Dustin just kind of came up on Sean. I don't know did Wilder come down on him at all?
Wilder is coming down. Yep. I would say Wilder came down on him plus a little bit of Netco, but I think they probably would have hit anyway.
I don't think Wilder knew that Dustin had that kind of run. From if I had to guess.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, Dustin comes up a little bit, but I would say Wilder definitely came down quite a bit here.
Well, and just before that, Dustin got a decent push from the 55 to give him a little extra pace.
But then Corey Moore gets into the back of Bloodworth. Then which he gets into Wilder. That's definitely going to put some damage on Wilder's truck and Bloodworth's as well.
Well, and that's tough for Wilder because he's up towards the
bunch of cars locking it up in the back end sideways. Probably about 8 or so of them involved in that. Bloodworth's going into the pits now.
Front of the point standings. That's a tough time to.
Oh, Bloodworth did have a faster pair left.
Oh, good for him.
Yep.
It's going to really help his race because we're going to have about 11 or 12 laps to finish this race out if they can stay green.
Bloodworth did not change a set of tires, though. Not sure if Wilder did. I caught his too late. I mean, spinning like that, if you have another set and you're at the back anyway, you might as well take the other set of tires if you have that last set left. But this is good news for Danny Gross.
Yep.
He's probably okay with that. Go ahead and save them tires because I think he has a pace. I think for anybody to catch him, they're going to need his tires to kind of wear off a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's done a pretty good job at maintaining his pace because Danny's capable of putting a lap down, but he hasn't gone out to prove anything because his fastest lap is a 30.94, whereas our fastest lap is a 30.69. And it just goes to show because Danny's definitely capable of putting a lap down. I think he's definitely tried to manage the race, and you can see what it's done for him.
That is how you win. I mean, sometimes you can go out there and just dominate a race, but a lot of times it ends up kind of like this situation. Like you're maybe the fastest on the track out of 3 laps out of the whole 113 laps. And, you just work your way up front, making smart moves, staying clean, and here you are up front. And now you can really turn it on and just hold everybody off.
Yep. And I just know from running a few laps on this track with the truck earlier this afternoon just to see what these guys are going to be up against. This is not a track you want to go out and see how trying to put down the fastest lap during the race because you're just going to chew that right front tire up. I mean, let the fast lap come to you.
Yeah, now we're almost on the verge of, you'll still have some fall off because they raced, good 5 or 6 laps before caution came out?
Yeah.
Then you got 13 to go. I would say if it goes green and you're still going green about another 5 or 6 laps, you can really just start hammering down because I don't think the fall off is going to be that great after about another 5 or 6 laps. You should be able to just put down your best laps.
I would definitely let the tires come to me these first 2 laps or so. Obviously, you don't want to let the pack just blow by you, but I'd be a little patient. And then those last 7 or 8 laps, just go see what you can do.
See here, hopefully for our last restart here. When the Geico restart zone, Danny takes off. Shane was able to keep up with him. Decent, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good by Shane there to even keep that
Absolutely.
distance there.
Yeah.
So see if he can pull down in front of Tyson. He can.
Bobby's got to run on KT here. He's got to see if he can keep that pace with this inside line. KT's going to have to stay a little higher.
Oh, there might be a caution because it's blinking out. Yep. There is a caution.
Those restarts towards the end of the race, everybody gets a little bit impatient.
They will. Looks like it was Kerry Conaway in an 89 is what I have marked. Let's see. Looks like Kyle Rogers going low. I'm not sure who the 75 is. Oh, looks like Kyle Rogers might have just came up and collected Kerry Conway there on that one.
He did. He just, yep.
Oh.
And he sent him up almost on his lid.
Oh, yeah. He's going right over his hood.
It was close. Yeah, Rogers just had a little too much exit speed there and nowhere for Conway to go because he had the truck on the outside of him there.
See Kyle Rogers in the cockpit view with Kyle Rogers. We'll go ahead and play this full speed here. Check this out before she starts blinking as he's coming up. Yeah, he just comes up in him.
Yeah.
Wild ride.
At a time or two. That's something you got to learn to be patient. Run that inside line, come up on that truck. It's on that second line pretty easily.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I tell you what, we can talk to who we got here. Who we got?
We got
Is a KT in chat? We can talk to him. He normally is somewhere. He is. I'm gonna grab KT real quick. Hey KT, you're up in the booth here with Sean and Bryce Tucker, man. See you started with the EOL and found yourself all the way up in P4. Any hopes for winning this thing?
Not a chance.
No, you don't think you have the speed to get up to gross?
There's 10 laps left to go, so everybody's about to make moves that are way over their talent level and wreck half the field.
Well, as long as you're in the upper half, you should be okay.
Yeah,
I'll take
a decent chance.
I'll take the over under on somebody sticking their nose down at the bottom 3 wide.
Well,
you got Bobby Grady directly behind you, and then Clayton don't know much about him. So you got some trucks around you that you know a little bit about. I think you guys at the front have done a pretty good job at keeping it clean, and we know you've got the pace, KT. I'm excited to see what you guys do with it here. You on a pretty fresh set of tires?
Nah, same as everybody else. I'm just better on long runs than short runs. I don't have any short run pace.
Right. All right. Well, good luck. Maybe we'll get to talk to you here at the end. Which team are you in there?
Thunder Valley.
Okay. All right. Thanks, man. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
There we go.
That's a product of just having things go against you pretty regularly. KT, he's had some success in HVRL truck. He won some races, or at least one last season, and he definitely finds a way to be in the mix of it.
Well, there's some of those, you know, it's kind of what I was talking to some of those ARCA guys earlier today or yesterday about, you know, it's unrealistic to go in there and just know you're going to win every race. There's some races that the people are just faster than you, and you just have to try to get the most points you can. And just like that, KT knows he just doesn't have the short run speed, but he's up there and he can fight.
Yep.
And who knows, maybe Danny Gross and Shay can get into it a little bit here. Then there you are. You just have to be in the right place. You have to maximize your points, and that's really what it's all about.
Yeah, you know, if you can consistently finish in those top 10s, and then those top 10s turn into top 5s, you know, maybe one of those races turns into a victory.
That's how it normally works.
I won Bristol going in with that approach, and it just kind of happened those last 10 laps because we stayed green and 55 laps of green flag racing to finish the race out.
Yeah, the one time I didn't need it to stay green.
Yep, and it worked out for me, and we're going to get ready to start the race here. And
yep, we're going to be 8 to go here.
Does.
8 to go. I'm sure a lot of these guys
jump
want to see green flag here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see them finish this race out here. There's not very many laps left.
back here, cycling through some of this mid-pack.
Got Bobby Grady really close to the 38 wide. Zach 29 is pushing up on Bobby. We're going to be 3 wide here.
We are going to be 3. Stay
fourth
down,
place.
Bobby.
Oh,
Stay down,
into
Bobby.
Williams.
Oh,
It's tough.
you got to
Oh,
back
they're
it up
into
a
each
little
other.
bit. Yeah, Shane kind of
Shane does a
squeezed
good
him.
job at,
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a good job at controlling it. That's
I-
good racing there.
I don't know if Bobby, I don't know if he knew Bobby had one on the inside of him because he came down really low on Bobby. Like he might not have known.
What happened there, Sean? We got another yellow.
Probably not going to be able to see that one. Oh, Brad Dorr. Got a lot of skipping going on here. Oh, looks like they are 4 wide as soon as I come to it right here. They are 4 wide with Rogers, Dayhoff, Revel, and Brad Dorr. Look at me. And Noah Teal's right behind him. Look at that. I'm starting to learn these numbers already. Hopefully Noah didn't get into it again.
We have not talked about Dayhoff that much since the beginning of the race, thinking he was going to be a potential contender. This has not been
just too many people getting into the same area. It looks like Dorr probably came down on Rogers there, which just came across his nose, spun him out there. It looks like Noah was able to make his way through, as well as Dayhoff.
We talk about sometimes some tracks just aren't your type of track, and I think this Dayhoff's been on a roll lately in a couple different series and doing well. He won the Arco at race last week, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And he's probably one of the favorites going into this week at Milwaukee as well.
And he struggled to find himself towards the front of the pack. In fact, he's towards the back of the pack this race, and could just be a combination of the truck and the track. And sometimes you can't get into the groove.
These restarts have really hurt Matthew Chase because it seems like every little restart he's fallen back a position or two, and now he finds himself in P13.
Yeah, he worked himself up to 3rd, right?
Yeah, that's probably not good. I'm gonna go and pull up Chris real quick. Looks like we have a lap to go. So, hey Chris, how you making it, man? See you just kind of been inching your way up there every restart. Seems like you're gaining a spot or two as Matthew Chase is losing a spot or two.
Yeah, no, just same mentality that I've talked about past couple of weeks. Just slowly making my way up, not getting in too big of a hurry, and basically where it falls, I'll allow it to fall. If it was going to end up being a top 10, or if I'm able to hold on to this top 5. So I'm just not pressing.
It's worked out for you.
Yeah, you don't think you have anything for Danny Gross up there or Tyson Banks?
I'm not really sure. I haven't been up to them any.
Yeah, this is your highest position.
I'm just going to concentrate on, I'm just going to concentrate on the 29. I'd really like to at least get Bobby and myself in top 4, and hopefully even better than that. So we'll see if the other guys make any mistakes on this restart.
Right. Okay. Yep. Well, hopefully we can go green here. I was hoping for the last 19 or so to go green, and we've had a 3 caution run there. So hopefully we go green. We should be about. I guess that should be 3 to go when we go. So yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right. Well, awesome. Good luck to you, and hopefully we get to talk to you and Bobby here at the end of the race, man.
I know. Fingers crossed. That's what's going to happen. Thanks, guys.
All right. Later, man.
Good luck, Chris.
Always a calm, collective guy.
Yep. He's our points leader, and he hasn't really been talked about in the broadcast much tonight, but here he is up in P5 with a couple of laps left to go.
Now, unlike me, he was able to get a win early on. Also, unlike last season, there's a playoff, so he's locked in. But I feel like he's taking the right mentality. I call it the right mentality because that's kind of the mentality I take. Just you don't go out there and try to win every race. You just try to do your best, and if it falls that way, it will. But maximizing points is all what it's about, like you said. And he wasn't even sure about this track, and here he is flirting with the top 10 or top 5.
Yeah,
maybe even a podium.
He's probably kept himself clean for the most part. I know he's been around some stuff, just being in the middle of the pack, but he's got the 13 truck. checking his bumper there. Gonna get ready to go green, but here he is. He's got a chance for the podium, but I mean, even a top 5.
Right. Yep. They're in
Danny's got control again here. See how it goes.
about to get in the restart zone right now, and he goes about mid. Looks like Bobby
And
got a good
got
jump.
a great
Yeah.
jump. Yeah,
Bobby got a real good jump there.
Almost like Bobby's on comms with Danny, but we know that's not the case. That was a really good jump for the one truck. Oof.
Looks like 74 is going to get out there. He might get passed by Chris as well.
Yep.
Chris decides to go low with his teammate there. Oh, make sure Chris wasn't going to run up into Shane there. Nope, they look good. 13's coming hard on Chris as well, though.
Yep, you got a battle here for third between the 29 and the 74. Door to door. Ooh, keep it off that wall.
We got 2 laps to go. Let's hit this lap, and
Bobby's gonna.
No matter what, we're gonna finish.
There. Zach's following him. Danny's got that line. He's got that pace. He's coming off.
Yeah, and Tyson Banks came back.
Ooh, Zach.
Ooh. Zach tried to slam a door there. About caused the big one. Final lap.
Yes, he did.
White flag is out. Let's finish this up. And it looks like
3 wide here for. Oh, that's gonna. Whew, sorry,
nope,
getting a little excited.
Yep, there are no cautions.
And Zach is spun around.
Yep, they're all spun. It's going haywire right now because there's so many wrecks.
Bobby and Danny for.
Oh no! Get it.
You got, just to talk about the fast lap, you got Bobby and Danny both turned their fastest lap, second to last lap of the race.
There we go. Sorry that wreck ended up. All these wrecks end up glitching everything out there, unfortunately. So I didn't really get to see the finish there, but.
You got Danny took first, Bobby took second, and then Tyson took third. I was talking about Danny just letting the race come to him. He had a 30.9 was his fastest lap. Last lap of the race, fastest lap, 30.60 flat.
Was it fastest lap of the race as well?
Fastest lap of the race as well.
Well, that's one time to do it, right?
Yep.
So not bad.
That was an excellent race from your race winner, Danny Gross, in the 86 truck. He just let the race come to him, and he had a fast truck behind him and Bobby Grady in the one truck, and those two raced to the finish, and Danny's burning it down there on the start-finish line here in Kentucky. What a race. That's how you win a race. He talked about it early on. He kind of let the race come to him, and then his last 2 laps, a 30.63, a 30.60. And Bobby did a 6.3 and a 6.7. Great job, great racing.
Was a great race there. Very, of course, it always gets a little wild at the end, but overall, that was definitely a really good race.
Yeah, it's tough. Those guys, get a little impatient towards the end. Everybody wants to.
Zachary Tyler was really pushing it, throwing some blocks out there, probably only a matter of time when you're quite that aggressive that he was going to get caught up in something. I don't know the result. Who caused that, but I know he was throwing a lot of blocks back there. And
yeah, it might cause a little bit of discourse in the Discord tonight. I saw him get into a wreck a little bit there, but I was focused on that race win between Danny Gross and Bobby Grady, so I didn't see what the accordion effect was behind. Was it pretty bad?
I don't know. It was blinking out. As soon as they all started wrecking, everything blinked out. So we didn't really get a good picture at that or the race finish. But just a lot of guys on tracks, man. And when that smoke starts throwing, I probably need to turn down some of the debris and stuff like that. But we got Tyson Banks in third. I won't even be able to run a good replay here. I won't. Be able to run a good replay. So, yep, you go ahead and bring Tyson Banks up here, and we will give him a worth talking to.
I was looking that wreck back. It looked like Zach and Shane kind of just came off the wall. Tyson Banks is part of.
Oh no, they're right here below, right here in the broadcast waiting room.
Oh, sorry, my bad. And my layout is different than yours, good sir.
Should be. I got him. Tyson Banks finished P3. How you feeling after that one, man? Hello, Tyson. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Hey, P3, how you finishing after that one? This twice I get to talk to you. You finished on podium last week too, didn't you?
No, I didn't finish on the podium. I think I finished pretty good for, first time with this league here. But I think this is the first podium. But I just wish that last caution did not come out. I timed it perfect, and I thought I could get around first place there, but those cautions kept killing me.
Yeah, I had a feeling that kind of ruined a lot of people's good runs. Those last 3 or 4 cautions there. I mean, you started 35th, but I don't think you qualified that bad. Did you miss the grid and had to start from the pits?
So I'm kind of new to these this oval stuff. I'm kind of a dirt guy, but I've been running a lot more oval here lately, and I spun it out on the pace lap, so
That's
had to
yeah. That's
missed
what
the
I
grid.
thought happened. I thought that's what happened because I saw your lap time for qualifying, and we saw what you did in practice. You were up at the front. I think you had the fastest lap time in practice, didn't you?
Yeah, I had the fastest lap time in practice, and I just missed it in qualifying. And it's real easy to do here, and I just don't have the experience to put down consistent laps every time. But I think once I get the hang of it, we'll be pretty quick.
Well, you kind of remind me of someone else I know up here in the booth. Kind of started out the same way. Definitely had the speed, but couldn't really put it all together for that win. But heck, by mid-season, he was running with it, man. He had it figured out, was winning some races. So hopefully you can kind of follow suit with that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's just so much more to this. You got to figure out when to pit and when to not pit, and if to take fuel or not take fuel. There's a lot more to it. Once I get the hang of it a little bit, we'll be having fun. But I congrats to Danny and Bobby and everybody on a good finish there, and I appreciate you guys letting me run.
Oh yeah, you definitely showed speed. I definitely look at you to. I don't think you were here the first week, right?
Correct.
Okay, because I think you jumped 18 spots last week, or you were in 18th or something. So with this finish here, I don't know how well you did on stage points yet. I wasn't paying that close attention, but if you did, and then with the P3 here, you should be really close to that cut line.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Regardless, this is just all experience, and I appreciate you guys for letting me run.
all right, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go, man?
I have no sponsors, so sponsorless.
Have to change that truck, man. I'm gonna have to sponsor it for you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, later,
great
man.
race.
Appreciate you. Bye.
Oh, seems like a good guy. Glad to have him in here.
Yeah, yeah. Bobby Grady, P2.
Do you see him now to grab him?
Yeah, the challenge is my Discord is not hooked up the way it should be.
Do you not have the broadcast waiting room right below us, I guess?
Nope, I do not.
Okay, that's weird. All right. Well, we will figure that out. I'll get him real quick. And Bobby Grady, P2. Couldn't quite get her done tonight, but I'm sure you're still pretty happy with the second place finish.
Well, I'll take a deuce. That's my second one of the year, and it's not the best thing being the bridesmaid, but it was a good finish. I needed a long run. I really was able to save some tires and got a little practice in this week, and was actually really good on the long run. Just didn't have enough time there at the end.
Yeah, that P2 finish is going to do a lot for you, though. After three races of the season, I mean, you come into the race tonight, you're in second place. That's probably going to put you in the points lead.
Yeah, I had no damage, led a lap, and so it was a good night. Obviously, you want the win, and is what it is. Like I said, I'll take a deuce.
Well, yeah.
So you had a 0x. Sorry, Sean, 0x, and then
Led
you
a lap.
had and you won the stage, right?
Swan stays. Oh yeah, good point. And led a lap. So
Well, that's
and I got
definitely going to put you probably in the points lead. Chris did get a P4, but he didn't do so well on stage points. So that's definitely,
yeah.
I think, going to put you P1.
That's nice.
So
Be leading the points in both of them.
There you
oh,
go.
As
look
long
at
as my
that.
computer don't shut off, I'll be doing all right. But anyway, I appreciate you guys, and obviously got to throw a shout out to my wife and her putting up with this, and you guys that put this together. I really appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you, man. And you got any? Where are we at next week in the trucks, Mr.
Well,
Bryce?
I won't be there.
Oh, you won't?
No, I found out I got a new grandbaby coming, so I'm gonna be taking the week off and going up and seeing my daughter, and yeah, so I'll be out next week unless I find a race set up somewhere up in Washington.
Well, there goes that points lead. But who cares? You're locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well,
Great race, Bobby.
all right.
Thank you.
Well,
Appreciate it, guys.
I guess we'll catch you next week. Well, probably Wednesday. But
Yeah, yes, sir.
all right. Well, you have a good, man.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
And then Danny Gross is our race winner with a heck of a race. Heck of a race from Danny Gross.
Yeah. How you feeling, Danny?
Woo! I feel hell of good there. And guess what? Throwing down the best lap there on the last lap.
That's what we were.
too.
Bryce Tucker was just saying that, it's all consistency. He hasn't come close to the best lap. Here he is leading. Then there you are, the last lap. He even brought up that you got the fastest lap of the race on the last lap. So what better time to do the fastest lap of the race than on the last lap?
Yeah, I mean, especially on those final restarts there, then I tell you, Tyson and 38 there, Mr. Williams, they both put up a hell of a battle there. I had to get my restarts different with Williams because he was timing them.
Yeah, the restarts were pretty good. I mean, you definitely jumped out, and but the guys right behind you did a pretty good job. In fact, Bobby did a great job on that last restart to take P2, because I want to say he was in fourth at the restart, and so he was able to jump up on your bumper. But I was talking during the broadcast, you found yourself to the front of the pack, and your fastest lap at the time was like a 30.93, and I had alluded to, I think Danny's just kind of let the race come to him. And this is a product of not trying to turn the fastest lap, but just be consistent and put himself in a position. And then you go out and I think you turn a 30.63 followed by a 30.60 to finish the race out. Was that part of your plan? And how did that work out for you?
Yeah, I mean, I know how Kentucky eats up tires and all that, so I was just trying to conserve the tires. So, and just lap traffic in front of me, just slow down my laps. But yeah, just let the race come together and waited till that last stage to just see what happens.
Yeah, it was a great race. That's a heck of a race. That's how you put, in my opinion, just sitting back watching it. It was a great race from the truck series tonight. But sitting back watching, and your victory tonight just shows, 113 laps. It's a long race. It's not always about trying to be the fastest every lap. It's, do you have a plan in place, and can you execute it? Can you stay clean? And you did an excellent job of that tonight, sir, for sure. You and Bobby put together two final laps that were blistering and kind of
Oh,
pulled away from the pack there.
you're not kidding there. And like, I think it was on that last stage. Knew if I could get ahead of Bobby somehow in that last stage, it would just been between us. He had a fast truck tonight. Both entrants, just conserving, running that low line, just waiting for that race to come all together.
Great to
Kentucky is
see that. Sorry,
Kentucky
Sean.
is a real fun track, and it is challenging. What was your biggest challenge on this Kentucky track?
I mean, you had to nail 3 and 4 right to be able to get that run off of 4 to keep that speed up going down the front stretch.
You think that's where a lot of people struggled in this race, if they
Yeah.
did struggle?
Yep. Yep. A lot of people were pushing up and losing momentum coming off of 4 and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
if you don't nail the turn in on 3, sorry, Sean, if you don't nail that turn in on 3, you're chasing the rest of the corner.
Yep, and that's why I was entering higher than most people and just letting it just kind of arrow down into 4 and keep the momentum going.
Well, more importantly, did you stay clean tonight?
I did. I did. There was 0 incident points. At first, when I did my burnout, it showed +2 times 2. I'm like, "Oh, no, no." But 0 incident points.
Awesome, awesome. That'll definitely help you because you were flirting with that IPL, I believe, right?
Oh, I was on the IPL list, so I'm interested to see if I come off that this week. If not, what next week at Auto Club? It's a review, so gotta go for another 0 at Auto Club.
Definitely. And speaking of Auto Club, how are you feeling about Auto Club? Is that a
Uh,
track that you have circled up, or you can
and
care less?
so I had these last 3 races all circled. So Chicagoland kind of came rough for me. Got in a couple of incidents. But other than that, and I made a couple venture mistakes, rookie mistakes that shouldn't happen last week. So learn from that this week.
Do you not have Lime Rock circled here in 2 weeks?
Uh, I mean, it's a road course, and here's the thing: I love road racing with the McLaren, where it's just those cars, but totally a different situation in a truck slash car. So been practicing Lime Rock and just nailing down my turns.
Hey, maybe if you sweet talk enough these truck guys, they'll let you bring that McLaren out there and race against them.
Oh, let's go.
So,
Dan,
all right. Oh, go ahead,
Danny, I
Bryce.
just wanted to say, I just wanted to say, I mean, would you qualify 7th or 8th tonight?
7th.
0x. You took your time. You showed everybody what you can do if you just go out and just focus on racing clean. Is a great example for everybody, anybody within HVRL, especially in these, first 2 and even 3rd series, to maybe just see what you did and set an example. That's how you win a race. That's how you race. Go out and just try to finish well and let it come to you. And you did that, and you've finished the race off just blazing. Great job.
Yeah,
Way to set the example of how to do it,
and
sir.
just that's where like it's nice that you guys allow us veterans come in and to try to help these rookies out and all that stuff that are newer to iRacing, so or to just a league race in general. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, no, we appreciate all these guys coming in. I thought it was a real good race. A lot of, with Kentucky being as tricky it is, I thought it might have a potential to be a pretty ugly race. But barring the last 15 laps, it was a real good race. I mean, real
oh,
good. All those incidents
definitely.
only involved 2 or 3 guys at the time. There was no big pile ups or anything. So yeah, yeah, I just thought it was great racing up and down the field tonight, and it was good to
Yep.
see. With that, how you feel about being locked in there with Bobby and Chris Weiniger? I mean, those 3 good drivers there. You're definitely going to
I
see in the playoffs.
I'm excited. Let's bring the playoffs on, but also let's go let's go help those playoff points out and get ahead there.
Definitely. All right. Well, that was a good race, man. Enjoy your victory, and hopefully we'll see you. I don't know when next time we'll see you. Do you race in Gen 6? I can't
I
remember.
don't race in Gen 6. Friday night, usually I'll show up with the cup race. So,
All right. We'll probably
where are
see
we
you
at this
Friday.
week?
Where are we at on Friday? Let's
Pocono.
see. Pocono. Yes, sir. We have Iowa tomorrow for the Gen 6. We have Milwaukee for the ARCA, and then we have Pocono in the next gen on Friday. That's a good week of racing, man.
And
Yes,
then
it
we're back.
is.
Then we're back here in the trucks at Auto Club.
Oh yeah. Good round of races, man. So, okay.
Oh yes.
We'll see you
All
next
right.
week, man. Appreciate you.
See you guys next week. Have a good night, guys.
All
You
right,
too, Danny. Great job.
congratulations.
Appreciate it, guys. Good broadcast.
All right, there it was. Danny Gross, our winner, locked into the playoffs. Definitely going to shake things up in our standings for sure. with
Yeah.
Bobby Grady in P2, Tyson Banks, another good finish in P3, Chris Weiniger in P4, Clayton Johnson with a good showing in P5, Mason Pannell, P6, Mike Kufel.
We didn't talk about him very
Yeah,
much, did we?
no, he got stuck in there, got him a P7. I'm sure he's happy with that.
Yep.
A fellow teammate, Matthew Chase, in P8. So that's 2, 6, and 7 all there for K&W Motorsports. P9, Justin Shoemate, Christian Wagner had a drive-through.
And go to Christian real quick. He's my teammate for Gen 6, and he hasn't really done any oval. And I know with the Gen 6 race last week that we had, he was a little frustrated, didn't know if this was for him. And look at him, 10th place on a track in a league.
With a
figuring this
drive-through
thing out.
penalty for clearing a
With the
black
drive-through
flag
penalty.
last
Good
week.
job,
Yep.
Christian. Great
So-
job. Way to stay with it. Put that
Oh,
head
heck
down
yeah.
and just go get better.
Oh, no, yeah. He's definitely shown the speed, 43 full field. He qualified in, had to qualify in, worked your way up from a drive-through, and there he is in P10. So that's a great job.
Great
P11, Corey Moore, good showing for him. Randy Post worked his way up to P12. Stanley Hill had some speed tonight, P13. P14 is Ryan Seabolt. P15 is Justin Nava. Sean Wilder. Sure, he'll be okay with 16. Probably wish he could have done a little bit better. It's in 16th, Noah Tills in 17, and Trenton Bestgrove in P18.
And yep.
And
going back, Noah Tills won the race last weekend, and there he is.
in 17th, yep. This is
17th,
just like
goes to
last
show ya.
season, 3 different winners and first three races. So this could be shaping up to be a
Pretty
just like
competitive.
season 2. Yeah. See if we can't have more than 12 or 13 winners in that shorter span. It'll be awesome to see.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. You had 38 trucks finish on the lead lap. That's pretty good. So it's going to be an interesting season.
It most definitely is. So I'm excited for Auto Club. We'll have the IPL hit next week, so we should see a lot of EOLs. A lot of decent people starting in the back, and hopefully they can get off it within a week or two. Auto Club should be a pretty easy track for these guys to get off it, because you sure don't want to have to start in the back at a Lime Rock.
Yeah, Lime Rock's going to be a challenge for them. They're going to have to get out and get some practice. Driving a truck on a road course like that, I'll go put some laps down to see how it reacts. But that straight line braking and not getting on the throttle too hard too early.
It's not bad until you go to that uphill brake zone, and then it gets a little tricky. But other than that, it's a pretty quick lap times, and it's a pretty fun track. They should do okay there. I believe in these guys. But good thing we won't have cautions. So.
Yep, that's the fun part about road course racing with the trucks.
Yes, sir. So, well, I'm Sean, and that's Bryce Tucker. We appreciate y'all joining, and we'll see y'all next week.